Hey guys, what's going on? Just want to make another video for you guys real quick. Before I get started, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the little box in the corner over there to subscribe. Make sure you stay up on all the news I post about the stocks. If you haven't watched my channel, this is a new company that I haven't talked about yet. I am a long-term investor. So if you're wondering what I do, I am a long-term investor. So that's really what I do. I really like growth stocks also. So this is definitely a growth stock that I'm going to talk about. So without further ado, let me get started here. So Cirrus Logic, ticker is CRUS. What they do or what they are, they're a chip manufacturer in electronics. So this is a really interesting company, and you have to tread with caution when you buy a stock like this. And the reason I say that is because they're in Apple iPhones. Well, I butchered that, but they're in Apple iPhones, and they are roughly 80% plus of their business. So the reason that's a little scary is if Apple decides to make their own chips or use a different supplier or go with a different person, Cirrus Logic's probably in big trouble and their stock's going to plummet. So that's the one downside to Cirrus Logic. However, Cirrus Logic has been working with Apple since the first iPhone. So I think that was back in like 06 or 07 is when that came out. So they have a really good relationship, and I don't think Apple's looking to move away from them. So if that wants you to turn the video off now saying, oh, it's too risky, they have too much of, they're too reliant on Apple. I mean, it's true, but based on the circumstance, they've been working on for over a decade. I'm going to say it's fine. You just need to keep up on this stock and make sure nothing changes. That's all. But I love it. I like it. I'm a shareholder of it. So let's dive into the numbers here. So it peaked last month at $100+, and then it plummeted down to 80 in like a week. So that's kind of exciting if you want to get into the stock or you want a buying opportunity. I feel like right now is a great time to get in it. So the reason why it plummeted, there wasn't really like bad news. I mean, I don't think it was. The CEO basically stepped down and he moved to an executive chairman role. So he's still involved in the business. He's just not the CEO anymore of Cirrus Logic. So that's really not a bad thing. The new CEO, I don't recall the guy's name, but if you look at his resume, it's awesome. So I really wouldn't get too nervous or scared about what happened. So I look at it as, like I just said, a buying opportunity. If it's in the 80s, that's a deal for what's going to happen coming up, I think, this year. So how many chips do they have in the phone? They have 4 new chips in the iPhone. So that's a ton. I mean, there's probably dozens of chips in an iPhone that makes it properly operate, but 4 chips is a lot. So it's not like they're just reliant on one chip or something like that. They use 4 of Cirrus Logic's products in the iPhone. So it's really sweet. It's cool because they don't, like I just said, have one chip. So it should give you a little, ease if you were to buy this stock. So why I'm so bullish on it this year? 5G. I think 5G is going to really, really move the envelope on all these, phones and companies that produce the products for the phones. I know 5G's been out basically since maybe last summer of like 2020, but if you really think about it, most people don't buy phones every year. They usually have 2 or 3 year plans, and there's a lot of people that hold on to phones till they break, so like 4 to 5 years. So as these phones get older and people are more aware of 5G and the cost of the 5G phones drive down, I really feel like these sales are going to go nuts once it gets there. So obviously the next like year or two, I feel like this company's really going to strive. So they also announced recently that they are putting new chips in this fall. I don't know if they can't legally announce it, but I don't think they can. So they can't legally say who they're working with, but I mean, if 80% of their business comes from Apple and the Apple phones always come out in September or October, I'm going to go out on a limb and probably say it's Apple they're working with, and they're working on new chips. So that's super exciting. It means they're going to partner with Apple again, most likely, on their next generation phone. So usually those generations are every 2 years they come out with a new series. So you could say starting now, you got 3 years at least of them working together. So you really don't have to worry about checking up on the stock unless something really weird goes or goes bad. But 3 years, they should be really rolling. So do I own this share, or do I own this stock? Yes. So I bought this stock a while ago, like I want to say like early summer, maybe in the spring last year. So I got in at 73.96. Well, that's my cost base. So I actually drove up my cost base a while. I think I started buying it in the 50s or 60s. I stopped buying it in the summer though, I do know that. So the current price is 89.34. So it dipped to the low 80s. Now it's back up to here. So that's, you know, my cost base is nice. I'm really happy with my position. I kind of built it out and stopped in the summer because I think I bought it 5 or 6 times, and then I kind of like get to that point where I'm like, okay, I'm happy with my shares, but if something, you know, really bad happens and I still like the company, I'll buy more. That's kind of where I'm at with this right now. But if you're a first-time buyer in Cirrus Logic, is it a bad time to buy in? I'm going to put my love, still buy, and hold numbers. So where I love it, if it goes under 80, if it goes under 80 at all, I would love to add more shares. Still buy, 85 to 95, I feel like is a great deal. I really do like that. Like you can't go wrong with $85, $95 in this stock, especially what's going on in the back half of 2021. Where I'd probably hold it like 100 plus. It's already been past that, but I think there's going to be better stocks out there that have more opportunity to grow if this stock's at 100 plus. So my prediction for the end of the year, I think it's going to be 130 to 140. That's where I think the market cap's going to be roughly. So, well, that's where I think the price per share is going to be based on the numbers I ran for the market cap that I think it's going to be at. So that's what I got. This is Cirrus Logic. I do like it. I am a shareholder. And yeah, that's all I got. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. And that's it. Peace.